What is going on here, guys? Back with your Monday Night Raw review. And we actually have some more daylight, so that's good. I tried to get home as soon as I could to record this before it got too late, and then you guys couldn't see me once again, so I didn't want that to happen. So the reason for the Bray Wyatt laugh in the beginning, Raw got a 1.77. Way to go there, Vince, and way to go there, Bruce, and who else have we got running the show? Mr. Kevin Dunn there. I guess y'all just can't get 2 million no matter what y'all do anymore. You have a draft, you have a pay-per-view, you could have a season premiere no matter what time of day you decide to do a season premiere, and y'all still can't get that 2 million mark, man. You can have Ric Flair over there in God's virtual land. You can have Gilbert over in virtual land. You can have Big E going in virtual land, looking at you, shaking the fucking camera, because that's how stupid they look. And just no matter what you do, they're just gonna keep you below a 2 million man. So I guess now if you actually take a look back at the ratings, sorry, there's a bunch of cars driving by, but if you actually take a look back at the ratings when Paul Heyman was in charge, they're actually pretty similar. So it's not actually the people you put in charge, it's the man called Vince McMahon that doesn't know how to write the show anymore, guys. He just does not know what to do. But I took my own notes again. Thank you guys for live tweeting with me on Twitter. I really appreciate that. It helps so much. You have no idea to keep my attention span for those 3 hours. Because let me tell you, there once again was a lot of fucking commercials. Talk about overkill. Holy shit. So, let's get these reviews going. Hour 1 started off with the new intro. I know it's a NF song. I can't remember what song it was. Tom Phillips welcomes us to Monday Night Raw. And at 8:04, Alexa Bliss was in the ring and welcomes The Fiend. And they're just standing there. She's holding his hand, which was pretty cool. Kind of like this. And then Retribution shows up. Does absolutely nothing except circle The Fiend and Alexa Bliss. And then the lights flickered after the Hurt Business showed up. Then went back on. And what do you know? The Fiend wasn't no longer there, man. So they Retribution brawls with the Hurt Business. And guess what happens after that? We got us an 8-man tag match this time. Holy shit. So, commercial 1, 8:10 to 8:14, about the same time as last week. But I will say though, thank God it didn't start the show off with fucking Randy Orton talking again. But they ended the show that way, so I'm like, oh, fuck my life. So we had Retribution versus the Hurt Business. Lashley had T-Bar tap out to the Lashley lock, so they got buried there, and then The Fiend destroys Retribution all by himself, man. But that was cool, though, because when the lights went out, and then they came back on, he was standing, I think it was Ali, Dio Madden, or T-Bar, one of the two clowns, I don't know. And he just kind of stood there, and they looked at him, did that slow turn, like, what the fuck? So that was pretty cool. So it was a Bray Wyatt night, that was for sure. And then commercial 2 was in between the match from 8:20 to 8:23. And then we had commercial number 3 from 8:27 to 8:30. So already, that many commercials. So AJ comes out next with the Raw Underground Bodyguard. Why? I have no fucking clue. The ref was begging him to get out of the ring, so he finally left the ring on his own accord. And then we got a rematch from SmackDown. So they just took AJ and Matt Riddle, what they had going on with the Intercontinental title on SmackDown, and they just put it on Monday Night Raw, and they're calling that new and fresh. What do they think, we're fucking retarded? So this match went on for about 11 minutes. Winners AJ Styles with Style Clash. I mean, it was a good match, but we've seen it already, so whoop-de-fucking-do. And then we had commercial number 4 from 8:39 to 8:42. Next, they had a Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre promo package. They both were replayed of what they said in previous promos. Then after that, commercial number 5, man, from 8:53 to 8:56. Jesus Christ. Hour number 2 started off with the Drew promo. Then we have Lana versus Asuka for the Raw Women's Championship. 3 minutes. What did you expect? And guess what happened next? Nia and Shayna attack, and Lana went through the table again. So, fuck you, Miro. We all petty on you. And we're gonna bury Lana by putting her through a table every week, so you look like a fucking idiot. And guess what? After that, commercial number 6 from 9:08 to 9:12. I'm in some kind of mood, as you can tell. It's not beer or anything. It's just, I don't know. I kind of not feeling any stress right now. So we had Nia and Shayna in the ring promo, and then this clusterfuck. We have Evans, Peyton Royce, Mandy, and Dana, who asked for them. And Ride Squad challenged Nia and Shayna. That went about 10 minutes, followed by commercial number 7 in between the match from 9:18 and 9:22. Winners, Nia with the Samoan drop on Lacey Evans. Then segment 8. Of course, there's a commercial in here too. We had a Elias Jeff Hardy promo and then an Elias concert. I will give Elias props. He didn't sound too bad, but you're no Chris Jericho, bro. And it's happened the same way Fozzy ended their song. Remember when Ric Flair came out and destroyed the set? Guess who did it this time? He must have went back and saw that video once again, Mr. Bruce, and said, "Oh, Jeff Hardy, you're gonna do that too." Oh my God. Then we got Miz and Morrison confront Tucker. Whoop-dee-doo. The commercial number 9 from 9:40 to 9:44. You're probably asking yourself, why the fuck do you write down the commercials? Because I'm bored. What else am I going to do? And then segment 10, New Day and Sheamus. Well, Kofi Kingston versus Sheamus. This was a damn good match. This lasted about 17 minutes, but with a 4-minute commercial break in between. So really 13 minutes. Winners, Kofi wins with Trouble in Paradise. I think that was the 5th match so far. Segment 11, we had a Retribution promo of Ali admitting that he was the hacker, and don't anyone dare cross Retribution. Did it the same night, earlier in the show, that Bray Wyatt, didn't he just beat y'all up all by himself? I think so, so I don't take you seriously, Ali. Then we had a Hurt Business and Titus promo. Titus was wanting to join the Hurt Business. And of course, they played him along, and then they attacked Titus to beat him up. Who wants Titus worldwide? Nobody. Now, the Miz promo was up next. Finally. The Miz was serious. We want this Miz. We don't want jokester Miz. He's boring. We've seen it. We don't care. We want this Miz, but actually winning matches. They lost to fucking Tucker Notice. Or whatever the hell he called himself. We all knew he's not El Gordo. I don't know what the fuck they called him. But that was 12 minutes. Winners, Tuckers and Otis. Otis won with the Caterpillar. Who gives a shit? Then we had a Firefly Fun House where Alexa Bliss finally joined the Fun House, and they were laughing and giggling. The poor Rambling Rabbit got killed again, I believe. And man, he just keeps coming back to life more than cats can. So man, how many lives does freaking Rambling Rabbit have? And they showed like all the times that Bray Wyatt destroyed him. I love the Fiend, what can I say? He saved the show. And then guess what was last? Braun versus Keith Lee. And actually Braun won. What this did for Lee, bury him even farther. So they're probably going to have these two clash every single week until they run out of ideas. Then we had a Randy Orton promo, Message from Hell, where he's actually inside Hell in a Cell. Orton Drew came down and had a pair of bolt cutters around the barricade, opened it up, and Randy Orton looked like a chicken shit. So it very well could be that Randy Orton is winning this thing, because usually usually when whoever has the upper hand going into the pay-per-view is the one that winds up losing. As you can see, the ones that Randy lost, if you look back at them, Randy got the upper hand before the pay-per-view and Drew won. That's typical WWE booking. All they really do is try to make you think one thing and then do another. How much longer is that gonna work, man? Vince, you can't keep doing that every week. If you want a surprise, then you gotta actually use some creativity. But I guess that's not in your vocabulary, man. I just don't know what to do with y'all. If y'all let me write the show just for about a week or two, I bet I can get you to a 2.0. But you're probably looking at me like, what the hell does that guy know? If we can't do it, nobody can. No, clowns, no. That doesn't mean, and there's not someone out there in the world that cannot write a better show than you. There's plenty of people that can. My daughter doesn't even watch wrestling. She probably could write a better show. Because kids have more imagination. Once you become an adult and get so obsessed with money and stop caring about what you loved before, it's gonna show in your quality of your show. I mean, gosh, Vince and Bruce and Mr. Kevin Dunn, you know, 6 matches on a 3-hour show, and a couple of them were only like 3 minutes, is not going to really generate a buzz for you. I mean, you might have all your social media followers that follow you every single week, but what's that doing for the ratings, man? That's not doing jack shit for the ratings. So anyways, well, I try to keep my Raw review short because we're in a time to where that you just can't keep them long. You know, people have different attention spans, so you just got to get it done quick. I don't know what the hell that noise is. Of course, always when I'm recording, I can't wait till I get a fucking office. One day I don't have to worry about this shit anymore. So that's where I need you guys, man. Keep hitting that like button, keep hitting the subscribe button, and keep commenting down below so YouTube pays me more money and I can get the fuck out of this hellhole back here and, you know, get a nice house, a nice office, and we can have all the fun in the world. And maybe do some more live streams to where no matter what time of day it is, I can soundproof the room to where we can actually have some good conversation. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the WWE Raw review. We'll be back for SmackDown. I don't think I'm doing AEW this week. Also too, my schedule is changing. I'll let you guys know more later how that affects programming. Not really much. You'll just see the shows earlier in a day versus later in the day. Yeah, but usually they don't start building up till a couple days after. That's fine. So, sorry, got a little sniffles because I was in Iraq today driving the operator lift. So my nose is a little stuffy, but I'm like, I gotta get home and get this recorded. So that way you guys have a little content. So I do appreciate y'all. I love y'all. I thank you so much for supporting this podcast and making this all possible. We're going to continue to grow and get better. And once again, I want to thank each and every one of you that have subscribed. I have followed all of you back. I'm all caught up there. So please remember, if you see some ads, please watch those. You might find some interesting stuff. So until next time, guys, take care. Love you.